Hello, this is Sam Bateman here, and I'm here to talk about a very, very serious topic here. You have no idea how angry I am right now. Unless you're passionate about something, and the mere existence of that something has been defaced in one of the most heinous ways possible, you have no idea how angry I feel right now. And I really want to yell what I'm about to say. But I can't because there's people downstairs and I don't want them to think I'm crazy. I'd better not be crazy. I hope I'm not crazy, but if I am, then you can imagine how deeply this issue has hurt me. So, anyway, I just heard that there's a new Ghostbusters film coming out. Now, I just want to state that I've never really been a fan of Ghostbusters. I've never seen the movies, but I'm aware that a lot of people like them. Very popular films, so there's a new one coming out soon in 2016. And guess what they're doing? They're replacing all the lead actors with women. Now, let me just explain why this really infuriates me. Well, for one, they're basically implying that females cannot do anything original. Really. They're actually sinking that low. I'm pretty sure this has happened several times before, basically putting females in these roles that were already taken by males just to prove that, yeah, girl power, whatever. Well, you know what? If you want women doing traditional masculine stuff, fine. If that's what the character's like, I don't care. But why are they just ripping off an already existing franchise? Well, not really ripping off because it is in the franchise, but you know what I mean. That why are you just replacing the whole cast with females? Yeah, the film industry has never been that kind to women. They don't really have the same passion for women as I do. They're just given in to the demands of the feminists or whatever, but the film industry doesn't care about women.
I don't care.
They're just giving minimal amount of effort. They think a strong female character is one who's a tough fighter, who's always a jerk to men. Ugh. Like, they're so good at writing male characters, making them funny or interesting. They can't do the same with the ladies. Why? Oh, and don't say, oh, we don't know how to write women, because look, I'm not saying it has to be a man with a vagina. Yeah, you can make her feminine, but she has to have an actual character. Okay, maybe it's just me. You see, guys like me actually care about women. We aren't often heard for whatever reason. But let me just say, if I was to create a film or a TV series or any other medium with a female lead or mostly female cast or whatever, I will not try to rip off whatever already existing franchises dominated by guys. I would actually try to give them their own unique personalities. Make them interesting, make them funny if that's what they're like. As an egalitarian, I just want everyone to be able to be themselves and fulfill their hopes and dreams, regardless of what society thinks. But it's hard for them to do that with people constantly being marginalized. So anyway, back to that Ghostbusters film that's coming out next year. When it comes out, I'm going to avoid it like the plague. I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to give in to anyone when they tell me, oh, you should see it. It's got women in it. I don't care if it has women in it. Look, I don't care about a character's gender. If they're interesting, if it's a funny male character, sure, I'll go for him. If it's a really complex female character, yeah, whatever. She's complex. I'll give her a watch. But I don't care about the gender of the character. And what was the director smoking when yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a he. What was he smoking when he decided to replace them all with women just for the sake of having women? Yeah, you know what this is? Yeah, there's a term for this. It's called affirmative action. When people get hired just because they're part of a certain group of people, when there isn't enough of that group of people. I know there's a lot of bright young girls and women out there who have big hopes and dreams that they want to go out there and push themselves really hard to go the extra mile. You know, all these bright young women who just, they really want to do something with their lives. Basically just spitting in the face of them, just flat out ignoring that these kind of women exist, and instead hiring any random woman just because she's a woman. As a believer of gender equality, I really don't know if I should call myself a feminist, and I don't know what most feminists think of affirmative action, but let me tell you right now, I despise affirmative action, because it's basically saying these people should be hired regardless if they're actually qualified. It encourages laziness. I hate affirmative action with a burning passion. There are a lot of women who are just wanting to go about their daily lives. They just want to be treated like equals. I'm not going to act like women are victims of the patriarchy or anything, but personally, I think sex towards both sexes works on a more personal level. There aren't really any official laws that have it in place. That generally people are just chauvinist asses of their own volition. And I don't know if there's something we should do about that. I don't want to force my opinions onto others, but is it also a good idea just to let these... Now, I'm not saying that all men are or that women are the embodiment of evil or anything like that. Yeah, I just like to acknowledge that everyone is different. Yeah, there's some nice people, some horrible people. It has nothing to do with their gender. And it infuriates me when they bring their gender into it. Of course, this is all just my opinion, but if you want to take it into account, sure, go ahead, be my guest. But personally, I see nothing wrong with people respecting each other regardless of what they are, and just being able to get on with their lives without any of that. Okay, this rant is getting a bit out of hand. I'm really not exactly sure what I'm talking about anymore, but if you've been listening, I'm sure you get what point I'm trying to make. If you want, you can try to do your part by, just being kind and respectful to others. Don't try to insult people or discriminate. And certainly no affirmative action. That is a big no-no. But, that's just my opinion. If you disagree, there's nothing I can do to stop you. Unless I want to come across as a hypocritical, arrogant. So, I'm pretty much done now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. And I will try my best to answer them. Just... seriously, what the hell is wrong with the film industry?